Today, we are going to be building a house inside of Minecraft using every 1.16 block. Yes, there is way more features to the 1.16 update than just the blocks, but today we are just focusing on the blocks, nothing else, not the mobs, not the features, just the blocks, and we're making one amazing house. Also, if you have not subscribed, what the heck are you doing? Go hit that button. You know, hey, it's simple, it's free, it's the best way to support me, and hey, if you change your mind later, just unsubscribe. You're not going to hurt my feelings. But enough talking, let's get into it. Boom. Okay, here we go. Starting in on the 1.16 house that's going to be on this beautiful island. Oh, hey BixBash, why did you choose this island? Well, I spawned probably right there and I was like, hey, you know what? Boom, island build. There you go. No reason why. Hey, look, it's out in the open and it's going to focus all the emphasis on the build. But yeah, this video is going to be kind of all over the place. This is going to be my how-to kind of build, how to build my Minecraft 1.16 house using every single block. So it's gonna be fun, and I think what I'm gonna start to do is do a base outline with all of these blackstone blocks. Oh my gosh, I just love all of them, because I'm gonna get this like little base going. I think that's probably gonna be the best, you know, the best way to do this. And then from here I'm gonna probably work my way through. I'll show you guys what I'm gonna do. Let's just go. Ooh, I'm gonna grab you three first, thank you, and get out of here. Now, how do I want to do this? I really don't know, so I'm just gonna keep building, and we're gonna see what happens. I have no idea. I hope this build turns out good. I really do. You know what? I've been thinking about this for a while, and hey, you know what? If it doesn't, I'll just cry myself to sleep. Just kidding, I would never do that. Okay. Okay, that's good for now. Hey, we got a good baseline going. Oh yeah. Okay, so we got these three blocks down. Boom. Okay, deleted off of this. Now what I'm thinking of doing is actually grabbing these three blocks, completely blanking on their name. Let's just grab it. Okay, those are just the blackstone, of course, not the blackstone bricks. Okay, well, from here I think I'm gonna do like a little base outline in the middle, and you know, start getting a little creative with it. You know, hey, I'm thinking these blackstone blocks are gonna be perfect for the base outline, and I'm just gonna keep rolling with it. So let's continue. La da dee, la da doo. I'm just grabbing some blocks. You know those days that you just wake up in a mood and you're like, hey, you know what? Today's gonna be a good day. Today we are gonna have fun and make something fun. Yeah, well, that's one of those days today. That's me. And sorry if this video is a little weird. Sorry if I'm acting a little weird, but I'm just in a good mood today. So let's keep rolling with it. Okay, looking good. Nice. So those are okay. Again, those blackstone blocks are now gone. Well, at least we've used them. We can always come back and use more later, but you know, boom, there we go. It's an easy way to keep track of, you know, exactly what I've built, because this thing is gonna be looking crazy once all of these blocks are in one single build. Every single Minecraft 1.16 block in a build. Yeah, craziness. So moving on to the top portion of this build, what I'm thinking of doing is actually going red and then fading that into blue, because we have a lot of red and blue blocks, obviously the crimson and the warped blocks. So what I'm thinking of doing, yeah, going red and then fading to blue and just seeing how it goes, you know. Hey, this is the how-to. This is the how-to build 1.16 block house, so I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Well, let's just get to it. As you can tell, it's very square right now. Yes, I know, but I think it's looking rather good. And so I'm now gonna jut these out and have like these beams going out of either side, and then that way, you know, it kind of breaks it up a little bit. It makes it a little bit less square because it'll be longer on this side than this side, obviously. So from here, I'm gonna start working on a little bit of the roof. Not really too much of the roof yet, because obviously, like I said, I'm gonna have the warped blocks coming out of the top. So I'm gonna have this whole top section. So let's get to it. go. That is the roof design, and I know it's really dark and kind of cryptic looking right now because there's just red and black, but hey, we're gonna start tying in some of these warped blocks, and I'm kind of thinking actually maybe more of like a steampunk house because there's just so many blocks that we have to add. Yeah, adding that whole blue top up here, you know, kind of connecting up, making it look a little bit steampunk almost, maybe. Huh? Yeah, maybe it'll work. What the heck am I even doing? This, oh gosh, this might, oh, I'm scared this isn't gonna turn out well. Please turn out well. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here just for a second and kind of give you my insight on how I go about building, especially when the roof. A lot of people get to the roof and, you know, either they, you know, leave them completely blank because they don't know what to do. They don't have any good patterns, and roofs can be, you know, the piece of the build that ties everything together, and so you definitely don't want to leave it plain. So when I'm looking at this roof, I always try to build in odd numbers. Building in odd numbers in Minecraft just make everything so much easier. And so I really, you know, don't like how this is just a hard cutoff line from the blue to the red. So obviously in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I want to put a window here. So I'm going to go to the middle, obviously, and make a window and, you know, add some more detail to the sides. That way, you know, this isn't just that hard cutoff. And yeah, this is just my thinking. You know, you go through and you look, okay, this wall's a little bit too plain. What are we going to do? And you'll see that later on when I go up and touch up all these fronts and sides and stuff like that. But yeah, that's just kind of, you know, the way I look at it. Always build in odd numbers and never leave anything completely flat. And you know, the best thing about building like this is, hey, if you don't like something, just change it out. It's like there's no rules, which is why I absolutely love building in Minecraft, because you can just get creative with it and it doesn't always have to look perfect, and that's the best part. So there you go. Look, the window's done. It completely breaks up the blue and doesn't look just as weird now. And so I'm gonna go add that on the other side, and then yeah, later on, I always do it last. My decorations are always last, so that's one thing about me. I get the whole house done, then I come back through and use all these decoration blocks to really make the build look fully complete. But there we go, boom, roof done. Let's move on. Now, of course, we still have a ton of blocks left, but look at that. Boom, we're getting rid of a lot. And you know what I'm thinking for this? Yes, I said steampunk, so, you know, it's got to be like, you know, something is holding up the structure. It can't just be, you know, something just hanging out like this with no support. So I'm going to start working on some beams to like hold up like a platform and like a mini house, kind of like a mini version of this just on top. So that's kind of my thinking of what I'm going to do. Thinking that looks good. I'm just kind of making sure it's kind of in proportion to the rest of the build. I don't want to look at like, I don't want it to look too out of place up there, but I think that's good. I think that's good. Just to tie things together, I think I'm just going to use these exact same polished blackstone slab to complete the roof up here. That way, it just all blends together. Ooh, she is looking nice now. Okay, so again, coming to the roof, yeah, I don't want to do these giant windows like the bottom layer because I just think, I don't know, it might look weird. So again, going with the odd numbers, I am just going to punch out equally spaced holes, and then from here, I'm just going to do this like window slit kind of design where, you know, it's going to jut out a little bit and then like have a hole to the, I'll show you, hold on one second. Okay, yeah, kind of like this. This is what I was talking about. So it has this like window slit design when it's not glass, but it's got, you know, some fencing that's in place of the glass. And then, yeah, I just think this looks really cool, especially with this pillar design that's on the side already. It kind of just ties all in, and I think it looks super good. So we're gonna do that on the other side. And then, yeah, now is when we can start to, you know, go back through, use all these decoration blocks out of all of these, and And then I think a lot of these blocks up top are gonna also be decoration, but a lot of them are gonna be interior and exterior additions, like on the ground and on like the floors and ceilings and stuff like that. So let's get to it. Okay, yes, hold on, I'm back sooner than I thought. I took the 3 blackstone walls and I just put them on the build already because I felt like they got in the way of the decorating. So I put the, you know, the blackstone wall bricks all around this, and then you can barely see them, but I did like the unpolished blackstone, you know, connected on all the walls down here. And then finally the polished ones I put on the roof. Yes, it makes it you know, come to a better, you know, point, I guess you would say. And I left the slabs on the sides, but now we can actually get into the decorating. So with this, I'm taking all of these bottom 2 layers, well, basically almost all of the blocks, and I am just gonna decorate this entire thing, make this thing look so pretty, and I'm gonna explain to you guys after everything I did. So let's get into it. Oh, hello there, good sir. Would you like to see what I've been building for the last 45 minutes? Yes? No? Oh, I'm gonna take that as a yes. Let's get to it. So here we go. The build in all of its glory. I think it looks amazing so far. This is the outside. All the detail from the top all the way down using all these 1.16 blocks. Oh my gosh, I'm just in love with it. So let me actually walk you through a little bit of, you know, the finer details of the build, starting with the bottom. So with the bottom, I actually didn't do too much because there just wasn't a lot of blocks left to place. So I added the gilded blackstone to the sides of all of these with a pressure plate on top. And then I took some cracked brick and I placed those all around just to add another layer of detail. And then moving up to this part, all I did was, of course, you added all the warped pressure plates, the fences, the buttons, everything blue. And I just think it looks so good. It just really clashes against the red, which is what I wanted, and I think it looks amazing. And then of course you got the lanterns and lights that are hanging from the chains, which it's got to be one of my favorite features to be added into this 1.16 update. And then moving our way up to the top, again adding another layer of detail, getting that crimson instead of the warped this time, to really complement the house. You know, you got the crimson trap doors, the fences, and some of the buttons that are on the side, and I just think this looks amazing. Of course, you can't forget that I added chimneys, duh. So I added some of these chimneys with the new fireplaces on top, and I also added one down here. They're purely aesthetic. I don't think they're actually going to be, you know, fit into the build that well on the inside, but on the outside, they just look amazing. And well, I'm just going to stick with it. But there we go. Look at that. The outside is now completely done. And what we really need to do now is start to work on the interior. And we got a lot of blocks left to place. So let's get it done. Now, as you probably noticed, how are you actually going to get into this build? There's the doorway, but there's no door there yet. And well, it's a little high up off the ground. So I'm going to take these new nether bricks, the chiseled and the cracked one, and I'm gonna make this like stair stepping pattern, kind of, you know, like you gotta actually like hop your way up into the door. I don't know, I think it might look cool. So okay, maybe something like this. Let's see here, let's keep playing with this. Ooh, yeah, okay, this is looking way better than I was expecting. Okay, so what we can do, I guess, is just hop up here, you know, make our way to the door, and boom, look at that, we have a little landing pad, and the door is gonna go right here. I think this is gonna be perfect, you know. I want something a little bit different for this build, and yeah, let's just roll with it. Now, the last remaining blocks, okay, this is my idea. So I'm going to use these as plants. Obviously, they have to sit on that, so that's the same block. But I'm going to use these as, decor inside the house, plants and stuff like that. So those will be gone. And then I'm going to use these as kind of, the layers in between. So maybe like a loft up top or something like that. So those are going to be good to go. Obviously, the door will be good to go. I might use these as, kind of like not banisters, kind of like your like the coping around like the bottom part of walls and stuff like that. And then this is going to be our ladder, obviously, up into the different parts of the build. And then from there, we really need to get creative on what the heck we are going to use these for. I don't really have an idea yet, so I'll come back to that top layer. That top layer is a hard one. Okay, let's go ahead and section part of this off. Now, what I'm thinking of doing is not actually cutting this whole entire thing in half, but actually leaving a good part of it open. And so this leaves it to be, feel more open, and it's got that more of an open concept design. Okay, I'm liking it. I love how these new vines can grow on any surface. I don't know why I like that so much, but I do. But there we go. So we are on the second floor of the first house, and you got the little railings, hoist yourself up and down, and then of course, boom, there you go. Now we can actually go up and down, and then what we're gonna have to do now is get another vine and go all the way up to the top part. So let's get that done. Instead of just boring you with me going back and forth, deciding what I'm going to place, what I'm not going to place, what to fix, I went ahead, did the interior, added some more design elements to the outside, and so that way you don't have to just sit there and watch me go back and forth. So yep, here it is. As you can tell, almost every single block is gone besides that top row, just like I told you. So this is what I did. I took the pressure plates, and I was having a hard time. I did not know what to do with them. So I put them on the windowsills, just like that on either side, the red ones, and then the warped ones did the same thing for the top on either side. And that's how we got that done. Now, hopping into the center, of course, not a lot changed down here, except we added some beautiful plants to either side. Yes, how wonderful. And then keeping this area basically the same, it's a lookout. It looks pretty cool. And then if we go to the second floor, again, not a ton changed on this floor either, except we added the lodestone. So there you go. And then if we make our way up to the top, here is where I added some more plants on this side. And then again, a lookout on this side, I didn't want plants on both sides, and then of course added some more torches and connected the beams over a little bit. I just thought it looked a little weird when it wasn't connected. So there you go. But yeah, basically the interior is now done. Hey, it's simple. It's I used every 1.16 block, so I'm pretty proud of it. And this is what it's looking like again. I'm so happy with this build. It's definitely one of my favorites I've ever built. But now we have some decisions to make. We have a few more blocks remaining. It's not done yet. So what I'm thinking of doing is actually maybe making a basement and putting this in there along with the respawn stone thing, and then maybe fire, a ring of fire around my house. That might look cool. And let's just get to it. Let's get these last blocks in the build. Oh my god, I just caught a cow on fire. I'm so sorry. So as you can tell, every single Minecraft 1.16 block has been added to the full build, and this challenge is now complete. We built a house with a bunch of features. Every single 1.16 block is in this house, and it was hard, but I think it turned out so well. It looks beautiful, and let's get into what I added. Starting off, most obvious is the fire that lines all the way around it. It uses both the new soil, whatever, and the new fire, which I think looks so cool. It adds a line of defense and also, yeah, a way to get maybe some free food. I don't know. Is this pit? Yeah, look, the pig walks straight into it. And look at that. You don't even need a furnace. It just, you know, cooks the pork chop for you, which is horrible. And when you're inside, you might hear a lot of mobs dying all the time. But hey, you know what? It's just the perk of living in this amazing house. So sticking with the outside, you have, of course, the crying obsidian and the respawn blocks holding up the targets. So, hey, you know what? Come out here, practice, shoot your bow and arrow, you know, get your shot going on. And yeah, this kind of has like a natural lighting to it right here. So at night, it's a little bit, you know, lit up, and it just looks good. And it looks like a little target range. So I think it fits perfect. And then last and certainly not least, without hopping inside, you can see the ore through, you know, the window. That was the block that I did not know what to do with. I didn't know where to put it. It didn't match anything. And so I was like, you know what? Maybe it's lining the lodestone and it just looks a little decorative. I don't know. I had a really hard time with that one. But there you go. That is my how-to on how to make this amazing 1.16 house with all of these blocks. You know, some tips and tricks on what you can do and how you can build your own house using all these blocks. And I think this was a fun challenge. You know, it tests, you know, your creative ability, stepping outside of the box and, you know, trying to use as many different blocks as possible within one single build. And I think it turned out amazing. And, you know, I'm excited to look forward to the next build. I want to keep building like this in Minecraft. So if you enjoyed the video, smash that like button, comment down below what house you want me to make, because I'll make any house in Minecraft. I love building. And subscribe if you haven't already. What the heck you doing if you haven't? But as always, my name is Ben, also known as BixBash, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.